me go. Let's get this going. Great. So YouTube, welcome to the show tonight, the 21st of May. May this month be your best month so far. May you have all your dreams come true, and may you leave behind some people that should have been left behind in April. Now that is May you move on from that old that old man. May you do something great in this month of May. Fantastic, great. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the show that everybody is talking about here on the Politics Plus network. The Hello Neighbor primetime show starts at 7 o'clock Monday to Friday, right here on this your station, TikTok, and right over here on YouTube, Patreon, X, and soon we'll be live on Facebook and Instagram. Caroline?
Hi, Neighbour. Good evening.
How are you doing? Had a great day? Had a great day?
It was a busy day.
Busy day. Well, great. Welcome. Nice to have you. How are things?
Everything is good so far, Neighbour.
Yes.
Good evening, listeners. Asking everyone to repost the live, tap the screen, share the live, support the live goals,
Yes.
and the moderators, please type in the hashtags. But Neighbour, before you start the show, there's something I would like to say. Right? Tonight, I want to address an important matter concerning the Hello Neighbor show and recent issues surrounding Munchie's TikTok page.
Whose page?
Munchie's.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so let me state clearly and directly that neither the Hello Neighbor show or anyone associated with our official team reported Munchie's TikTok page. We had absolutely no involvement in any actions intended to suspend, restrict, or harm that platform in any way. And unfortunately, there have been assumptions and false narratives circulating suggesting that our platform was responsible. We believe it's important to publicly correct this misinformation and defend the integrity of our team and platform. The Hello Neighbor show was built on the principles of open discussion, political awareness, freedom of expression, and respectful engagement. While there may be difference in opinions and perspective across the platforms, we do not participate in malicious reporting or attempts to silence content creators. We therefore respectfully ask all bloggers, commentators, content creators, and social media personalities to stop spreading these false claims against our platform. We encourage everyone to act responsibly, verify information before making public accusations, and avoid contributing to unnecessary divisions and misinformation within the social media space.
Yes.
False accusation can damage reputations, create confusions among audiences, and undermine the professionalism that many creators are trying to maintain. Our focus remains on informing and educating Jamaicans both locally and across the diaspora through factual discussions and meaningful conversations that contribute positively to national dialogue.
That's right.
We thank our listeners and supporters for their continued trust, understanding, and support. Blessing and respect to everyone.
Okay, so there is a controversy out there.
Yes, Neighbor, there is a major controversy, and I just wanted to make it abundantly clear that we did not report her page to TikTok. No one from this platform did not.
Okay, so this Munchie, you say?
Yes, Madam Speaker, Neighbor.
Madam Speaker. Okay, that's one of the Labour parties. She's a very popular, well-known operative for the party. Okay, moderator is gone.
Yes, Neighbor.
Yes. So there's some matters relating to, there are rumors that that we took down her page. We?
Yes, neighbor.
No. Well, I'm happy you have made some correction to that. Well, we wish them the best, Caroline. We really do. Madam
Of course,
Speaker.
neighbor, and we that is not something that we practice, and it is not something, neighbor, that we promote.
Not at all.
Having had the experience of our page ourselves being taken down.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we had a page with almost 40,000 taken down. But if you are listening to us, Madam Speaker, well, best wishes to you, and we wish you the best in the work that you do, and we appreciate all of you, bloggers, all of you from, we came into this space here a year ago, and we don't have any bad wishes against anyone at all. We respect each other's work, and we want to say to you that no hard feelings. God bless you, and take good care of yourselves and do what you do for your country and for your party. Thank you so much, moderator. Thank you.
Of course, neighbor.
Moderator, who do we have online now that want to come up? We have some space up here. 28 minutes after 8 o'clock, and it is Thursday, the Thursday edition of the Hello Neighbor show. Talk your mind, and let's see what we can do. We have Chuck Finley. All right. Okay. Let's see what can happen. Okay. Who do we have?
Neighbor.
Uh-huh.
Could you please help me with adding, because I'm frozen?
Oh, you're frozen. Okay. I'm not so sure what's happening there. She says she's frozen. Chucks 881. Good evening to you.
Well, my neighbor, good evening.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good enough. Me just try to see how much money you have for me right now.
Talk your mind Thursday. Money?
Yes, man.
Why is that, sir?
Neighbor, me tell you from day one, say you have a space in TV land.
In what land?
In TV land, in the media world. I tell you that before.
That I have a space in there, sir?
Yes, man.
Oh, well. Uh-huh. You think that I should pay you for that?
No, I don't know. Me tell you that before. So you're going to be the biggest thing out there.
Why you say that?
Neighbor, your thing is professional, bro.
Well,
see, I get larger and larger, so more I make certain say, me thing I line up properly.
Well,
me give me bank account, I just say where I said to it.
well, I'm a poor man, sir. I'm a poor man. I don't have no money. I don't have no money.
Go hard, that take time, man.
No. My listeners are the ones that support me, sir. I bless them every day. But how you doing? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. Me just want to say, like official talk it.
Yes.
Just want to say, my South St. James come back in our Labour Party, and because it now go clean it.
Let me tell you something, sir. South St. James should not have been lost by the party. Shouldn't have been lost.
That's true.
Not to be lost. And you know, sometimes we put personalities above the party, sir. If a man carrying weight, you have to look at changes, man.
It's true.
Because you see the problem with that loss causing the party, no? You see the problem?
Yeah, problem.
You see problem, sir?
The people, the Labour Party people, them especially, not getting a name, so.
No hell.
Them been treated like a dog, may I tell you. Them I run them anywhere them see them.
Oh my God.
Them just looking out for them people, bro. Just looking out for them people. And, and also we like the politics.
But so the work have to start. The work have to start from now, Well,
I don't know, because to me, Dr. Chang now look my way and I have to just say it like it is. I need to do something, bro. I need to step up to a pace. We need because the roads are in terrible condition. I am kind of sure if Mr. Davis was around, maybe some work could either start because he was the head for the Western region. But you know, when people don't choose properly, people just use the looks of a woman, the shape of a woman, and run left their house.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, sir?
You have a house with some children and you have to take care of them, and because they want looks, you run down if your children them and your children them start suffer. You know, that is the how me look for. When me drive and see the amount of brockway, especially like Tang River, going up to Flamstead, these roads brockway, I don't know.
So you say the representation there is not good?
No man, the poor man.
But the member of parliament is all over the media, sir.
Look here now. People only are take her by her looks. People are take her by her looks, and the one thing that she's doing, which, well, two things. She sing at any funeral.
yes, she sing. She's a singer.
Yes, she sing at any funeral.
Boy, I tell you.
And then she uses the song, my people have sold St. James, and that is all.
Yeah, she's a performer. She's a performer. She go all the funeral then go sing.
No, I am telling you, when she go and sing, people goosebumps take them.
Oh. She should be an artist. Nikisha Burchell is I see her all the funeral. But by the way, Chuck, talk truth. You take a one look.
Me touch for her, but I tell her what is that. The last time we get home from her in the election period, you know, and it's nothing to fuss about.
It's nothing. You have felt better, have you not?
Well, I mean, from a female, it's good.
Yes. Boy, I tell you. Woman feel look good still. Not nothing wrong with that.
Why, if I say every woman can make over them body, we have trouble.
Boy, I tell you. And you know, sir, we are creatures of sight, you know, we men. Creatures of sight.
Oh, that's true.
That's
no
it.
doubt about it,
sir.
We are men, and if we love woman, we're going to steer.
We will take a look. Eh?
Yeah, like the Americans, him saying we are dark glass, not fit just because
yes,
it's so.
I must tell you, I cover her a lot, and I make sure that I put on the dark glass. I only want to hear what she's saying. Yes, yeah. But you said the representation in Southern St. James is not good.
Poor, man. Poor.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they have counselors and you don't see them doing anything. They're just all over the place. You know, maybe at the bar, you know, people like see them at the bar. And to me, that's what the people want, you know.
Yes.
I remember when Mr. Davis winning our 2020, you know, by September, December, the people started to ask for roads, and he patched out and put in back some pipes and all these things, you know.
Yes.
And, you know, some of the things I think he was very slow at, you know. Very slow. You know,
yes.
But it's really in a deplorable condition. Going up to all Magati and these places after you go across the border, it's pure bad road.
So let me ask you a question. Is Homer Davis on the ground as the caretaker?
No, I'll be honest with you. Past nearly 8 months now, 7 months.
You haven't seen him at all?
No, unless I want to see him, I stop by his place of business. But I don't see him in the air.
In terms of others that could be placed in that seat, who are those?
Well, we have Mr. Coke, who lost because of CM lacking of good campaigning.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Coke, Everest Coke.
Everest,
Yeah. Pretty much where the Welcome All division is not a hard division to win, but you know, if they choose the right candidate, which he is pushing for somebody else, and I am saying that person not ready yet. I'm looking for that person to be in the chairman area. But for a councillor, we have a young lady that called Sidani Singh. She's very popular. I think she would be the favorite to go into the Welcome All division because she have a wide family. all across South St. James, which some of them were like supporting the PMP, but they're willing to come with her, you know, which is, we are seeing it, but he's not listening to us. Mr. Davis not listening.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that the Labour Party narrowly lost that seat, having won all the other seats in St. James?
This seat, Mr. Davis has work, but the campaigning, he needs to back off and give it to a campaign manager who knows how to deal with funding.
Oh,
I can tell you, when I look in the Anchovy division, that's where his main office is. And for the South St. James, he stays at OPM. And the people are there in Anchovy. So because of that, you know, he's not around the people. And I think it's because of don't want to spend any funding. That's how I look at it. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, when you're at the headquarters is somewhere where people come hang out, you know, because people leave their job to come and campaign. People lose their job because they want to campaign with the party.
Yes.
And, you know, you're there. No doubt about it. You have to prepare. You have to have a campaign manager who said, look, we're going to be here today. We're going to cook and we're going to play some music and we're going to have a good time. Rally up the people. You must rally up the people. It's not about belly full and these things, but people go and gather. And because they love their party, may I tell you, me stop from work because me want campaign.
Yes.
And it's important to me that my party has to win. And I even talked to him about it. I said, look here, I was crying before the election because I realized that the Prime Minister was going to call the election. I don't know if he'd realize it. And I was crying from before that he need to step out and come and see the people. But for me, him think I'm a little bit rigid, you know.
Oh, you're on his team. Okay.
Yeah, man, me support my team, man.
Yeah. Well, Chuck's 881. Nice talking to you, man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man, blessings, man. I remember me.
Yes. send me a little something, man. I'll top talk foolishness. Send me a little something.
Keep up the good work, man.
Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man.
Very good. Vincent Thompson, you're on next. Talk Your Mind Thursday. Talk Your Mind Thursday is on the Politics Plus network. Hello Neighbor Show. Vincent Thompson. Okay, let's hop over to Kingo. Kingo, talk your mind, Kingo.
What neighbor?
Yes, sir. What one?
At first, I did come out for talk my mind, you know, big and bold. I ever watch on Carter show yet when the man start get some kick left, right, and center. If he took off neighbor, so
you take for yourself.
Me say. So stone did a fling and me have to take myself and circle back. But
yes.
I just come up from make a point of order, neighbor.
Point of order.
Yes, when you're doing a stage show.
Yes.
You see the big artists, you must always save the best for last. Because one thing we did was ask chef, which number playing I lotto?
yes. Save the big artists for last. No put him on first.
No, neighbor, because right now, in talk everything I did have on my mind. So right now, chef, if you can't come up back and tell me which number I'm playing, I would be grateful.
You're right. Can the man know everything? Now, when I ask the boy, me and one girl where I give me a little problem if you could have tell me where man they were born me. I'm gonna born me, you know, sir. We need to find out the brother. The brother we are born.
So lucky thing you never tell a neighbor about the pigeon feather.
You know, man, I born out the daylight, man. I can't find him. every time he let me yard, man.
I analyst, you know, salute, guys are reaching far and wide, so you just continue, man.
You don't get bonds, sir?
No. I even get TV. I don't want.
You know what? You prefer not to find out.
No, me no want chef tell me not.
The man know the minutes of the cabinet meeting.
No, chef. take the case tonight, boy.
Listen to me. That man know the minutes of the cabinet meeting Monday.
One day, but when I time I see you make for get up and run in a place.
Text messages, me say my phone drop. Some people are sending me so never get rid of the Monday.
When I time I hear you, I'm going to tell him, say, you are chef, left that alone, brother.
You know, sir, if every piece was to be known in this, if everything was to be known in this world, you would have peace, you know. But Bob Marley said, if night should turn today, some people run away.
If that should turn today. No, Neighbour, I'm going to take a commercial.
Yeah, but you got commercial break. You know something. You're right. You're right. You know, hold on the king. You know, I tell you something. Let's take a break. The Labour Party supporters, I love to play this. They have actually asked me to take care of it for them. You know how much people right now as hold on there, chef. We'll take a break. Let's take a break. Come right back.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember, Buster Man, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember, Buster Man, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
All right. Courtesy of friends of the Jamaica Labour Party. Kingo.
Yes, Neighbour.
Boy, I tell you, if you get the lotto number, you share it with me here, sir.
Yes, Neighbour.
Yeah. Half and half. So all is well with you?
Yeah, man, all is well, you know, Neighbour. Just listening and, you know, keeping informative by your Caroline.
Yeah, great.
You understand? Just continue doing the good work, Neighbour, man. Reaching far and wide.
Take care of yourself. You hear?
All right, one love. All right.
All the best. Harvell, good night to you. Okay. 8:45. Of course. Hello, Harvell. Trish. Hi, Trish. You're on. Okay, let me see who's next in line here on the Talk Your Mind Thursday show. Star Girl Jaylin. Hi. Coming to you, Joshua. And we see Honeybee too. So yeah, let's clear the line. Busy like what? Star Girl Jaylin. Hi. No, she's not there. Let's go then to Honeybee. Honeybee, you're on.
Evening.
Hi, how you doing?
Not so bad. My Talk Your Mind is going back to Miss Patricia or Mrs. Patricia Duncan. I can't remember her married name.
Sutherland.
Right.
Duncan Sutherland.
Right. Okay. She said she's at the head of the woman movement of the People's National Party.
Yes.
Okay. So as the head of the woman movement now, Neighbour, my question to her is, where were you as a female and at the head of the woman movement when a member of your party, Joy and Silvera, killed his wife? Where were you? Where were you also when a prominent member of your party, mother and child, were brutally murdered? Where were you? Where were you also when it was alleged that a member of your party molested a family member underage? Where were you? As a woman movement, why are you picking which woman you would speak for? As a woman movement, a woman is a woman. You should be covering everybody. Oh, you only do those that will give you headline. Miss, you're politically dead long time before now. So nothing is going to revive you. So at best,
Who is politically dead?
Patricia Duncan. That woman lost 3 consecutive elections. She's politically dead.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she ran against Brendan Charles Jr. twice, lost. She went to Favor, lost. Where are you going? At least our sister take the cue when she lost
Imani.
to Donovan. Yes, she take the cue when she lost to Donovan. She moved on. I think you should do the same. You're not relevant, ma'am. You don't make any sense. So I don't understand how on earth you see it relevant now. Not that a life is not a life because a woman lost her life. And as a female, I sympathize with that. But we have to let the law take its course and let whatever the police has to do in its investigation, let it be done. You're coming out now to say what the Prime Minister said. Is it giving the police the guts to just kill people? Miss, unless it reach your doorstep, you don't know what it is like to lose a family member to the hands of criminal. And you will never know until the shoes is on your foot. You hear?
But what is it that they're asking the Prime Minister to clarify, really? What is he to clarify?
Because the Prime Minister said you have 2 choices, the judge or your maker.
Yes,
so
but what about that statement needs clarity?
Exactly. I don't understand what they say need clarity because it is 2. Every man have a choice to the direction that his life go. You understand? It is your decision, and that's what the Prime Minister said. The decision is yours.
But it appears as if the women's movement is referencing the recent unfortunate unaliving of this woman with the Prime Minister's statement. How does the two converge?
Exactly my point. But I'm saying to her, every time something happens with the police, it's not just her, you know. I heard someone ask an famous Star Show host, Muta, the other day, said, why is it? Because he's saying a lot of young youth lose their lives to the hands of the police. A lot of people lose their lives to the hands of criminals too. Why aren't you talking about that? Okay, you're asking the government to do something about crime. Do something about crime. Now something is being done about crime and you still have a problem? Look here, you have to choose. You have to pick a battle. You can't get it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. You have to pick something. You want the streets to be safe for your children and your grandchildren and for the rest of your family, or you want to be in hiding and can't leave your home. You choose. It's that simple. We are not saying that what happened is
but it appears mischievous too, man. To suggest that the Prime Minister clarifies his statement. With the background being the unfortunate unaliving of this woman, suggests that the Prime Minister's statement had anything at all to do with it. That's misleading and quite frankly a dangerous way to.
That's what they're doing. They're trying to mislead the public because everybody you hear talk about it, they're saying, the Prime Minister's statement caused this. The Prime Minister's statement that make the police them feel like say them can't treat poor people anyhow. What everything them come with this damn, excuse me, poor people. you live.
Uh-huh.
You cannot expect, if you have a son and your son never work in him life, where him get 20 and 40,000 of care come give you. Him don't have a job. Him don't have a business. Where him get it from? You don't consider the person pocket where him cut off and give it to you?
Yes.
If you have a child and he's not willing to go and learn a skill, not everybody's going to be savvy book-wise, but if you can't manage academics, there is skills out there for you.
You know, ma'am, I tell you this now, we have to make up our mind here in Jamaica, what is it we want, you know?
Exactly what I'm saying, neighbor.
Because ma'am, this country unalived more than 30,000 people over the last 2 decades or so. 30,000, man.
Neighbor, you know, before the election, I heard George Davis on Nationwide when former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson came back out with a stupid statement talking about he never see so much patrol from him born, and he never see this and crime, this and whatever. And when George Davis came out, because he said he came out of the pavilion, and when George Davis said to him and was reading out on his leadership and tenure as Prime Minister, the amount of people lost their life. Neighbor, I knew it was bad, but I did not know it was that bad.
Yes, ma'am. I know how bad it was. And you know, ma'am, Mark Shields, a Scotland Yard detective, he was recruited to Jamaica under the PJ Patterson administration, ma'am. And Mark Shields actually said that he would rather be in Jamaica than the United Kingdom. Yeah.
No. But what I'm saying, he was deputy commissioner.
Hold on, man. And I heard Andre Stevens on his program. When was it? Today? Let me see if I can find that. By the way, hold on there, honeybee. Good night, caller.
Yes.
Good night. How you doing?
Good night, neighbor.
Good night. I'm hearing you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, when you call up your program.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
I've been listening to your program. Yes. I'm asking the question, neighbor. If there's a law, well, I'm sure of this. If there's a law can put in place to hold the opposition for anything that they do and the misinformation that they spread in Parliament.
In Parliament, sir? In Parliament?
Yes, I hear. Yes.
They are spreading misinformation in Parliament?
Yes, I hear Mr. Bunting in an interview about listening to something recently. And I look over TikTok show one of them things, and I hear Mr. Bunting was saying when the lady asked him about something that's supposed to be released. He's talking about the people that's supposed to be released. He's saying, so when the lady asked him, so how do you know about, because the lady were making it clear that it's not my show, you hear it, and it's not me, the person who said so. I have to make sure that Mr. Bunting said so. He's saying that people from the FLA are the people from this, like the people who do the investigation from the IC. They are the one who whisper about it. God, they're the one who put it together. So I thought that was a private confidentiality where these people are getting this information from, that they come out now saying that they want something to table in Parliament, like they know of something wrong in this paper. So they come out trying to ask it for the table. And if you think about how people want to embarrass the government.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Yes. But it appears clear to me, sir, that the government's position is correct. That the matter is sub judice. It is before the court and the Parliament through the Speaker. They have decided that they will not table the report until the matter passes that legal threshold. And I think that's a fair position to take.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a fair position.
So then if he's getting all the information then from the ICR from who put this thing together, so there's no confidential in nothing that supposed to be done that supposed to be personal. Because they're getting information from friends who they have in these years.
You know, sir, the Prime Minister of Jamaica is under investigation for 7 years. More than 7 years. Sir. And you know, it is going to be fascinating when we get that report, you know. I think the investigation ever take place. Sir, can you imagine where is the justice there, sir? You know, the term of government lasts 5 years. Now, had Mr. Holness lost the 2025 election, what would have happened to that? It would still be under investigation. Can you imagine, sir, that an investigation outlasts? We lost the call. We lost the call. He's calling back. Hold on for me. Hello. Yeah. Can you imagine, sir, that an investigation outlasts the term of a government? Imagine that, sir. Imagine that you have an investigation outlasting the term. You know where the investigation should be, sir? They should have an investigation on the investigation. That is where we need the investigation. Something is wrong, you know, sir. And you hear Chef earlier raising some very, very serious concerns, and him saying have proof of it. I mean, I didn't want to get too deep into it because I know how sensitive some of these matters can be. But the fact of the matter, sir, is that there is an underbelly in our country, and it needs to be exposed.
It has to stop. It needs to expose and stop.
Yes.
Because this man is talking what he see, he heard. Who give him that? That means them don't need to see the report because you already know what is in it. I tell you, just come and tell Parliament what you see and you know. Because if you're saying someone who put it together and people from the area who get a look at it, that means that is to show that these people, not even just saying, no, is to reveal all that Mr. Wallace was going through them through the IC. People from there telling them things.
Yeah, and you know, sir, if that report should land tomorrow, you'd hear a lot of thing about. But sir, 7 years.
7 years.
7 years, sir.
Longest investigation ever take place. That this come like when the US investigate some country, and I watch and I think CIA and I go back consult and I watch.
No, I thought that justice delayed was justice denied.
Yes.
Huh?
Right.
My God.
Neighbour, let me tell you something. We're dealing with a set of PMP. I don't know what. Honestly, I have to ask myself many times. What Jamaican people, when people vote for these people, what they've seen them when they vote. I yet even Nathan Campbell come in Parliament with a bag of things. And I'm saying, he's the very one he would deny the people the money with the container house. He's the very one, they're the very one who would deny the people them and the rights that they're supposed to get. And then, you know, I'm not like, neighbor, I'm not to a nut. But these people are expecting Jamaican people to do. You know how about these people down in Westmoreland? These people never share their life. These people never work. What these people do with their money? What these people expect out from the country, expect from the government?
Is the opposition?
You get food.
Yeah. Is the opposition's rhetoric? Yes. Is the rhetoric of the opposition, sir, that you know, the opposition, People's National Party, after Hurricane Dean, former Minister Buchanan said that government was not an insurer of people's homes.
Yes.
You know part of the problem. In Jamaica, sir. We don't like tell people the truth. We don't like tell people the truth.
The Prime Minister trying to tell them.
Yes, sir. We have to tell.
But look here. We have hurricane season that we are in now.
Yes.
If God forbid that a hurricane should blow now, these people are saying that the Prime Minister must go ahead and give them the 1.4 billion. Give them the ETR.
Yes, sir.
If a hurricane should blow now,
And by cash for.
same people
Yes, sir.
You get 500,000 and get how are getting these things. We are the same taxpayers.
My brothers, if you put
people pay tax, the nurses, the doctors, the taxpayer of this country have to go back again to give these people house again where we're able to pay tax one day in their life.
yes, sir. If you put the 500,000 in some of them hands, sir, them don't build back no house. They go drink rum and boom.
And these people are making it look like a waffle and a loan stamp.
Rum and boom and all of that, sir. And
I've seen Jamaica, the one in Guinea suggest. I've seen her take a man. I don't know, let me identify, but unfortunately they are very poor. Look at this man come. You go and sign a check that you have to be shown on
Yes,
TV
sir.
that you sign your check. You sign a check
I'll be
for
there in the morning.
500,000 neighbor. Hello?
I'm here with you, sir.
Alright, he signed a check for 500,000 neighbor.
Yes.
And the man signing check for 500,000. All of us know how government system work. When you sign a check, because I work for government, when you sign a check, or sign for your check now, it will take a week or a couple of days before it come to you. Whatever it have to go, the procurement and the process will go through. Sometimes, based on the school or support, you might get that check in your hand. But sometimes you sign for a check and then the check will come. You understand me? Because you done your work and you hand in your bill or whatever. This time come and go and sign a check for the relief fund. And you get to understand he was on TV showing himself that he signed check for the relief fund. And you let Julita just have you like a from Ian. Carrying you back and front that she's making. Your name is on your check already. He can't deny it.
Yes.
He cannot deny it.
Yes.
That's yours.
Yes.
How stupid this fool man is. So like Julita just have him.
Yeah.
I said, she made a voice that the government, like, she's simple taking the check out her left hand. Put it over in her right hand. I tell you, see, I'm a you. I'm a make you get it.
Yes.
Who can that man stupid? And then the man say, he's the best MP. No, best MP, but the government will make the provision and the tax of this country made the provision and the lobby for the government overseas and the overseas people who see where Jamaica needed this. Make it possible to make you can get that $500,000.
Yes.
You never pay tax in your life, or maybe work a tax day in your life to pay a better tax.
Fascinating, sir. And you're quite right. And many middle class people in Jamaica, sir, who lost in the damage, have you built back them place themselves?
I will pick up the pieces and move on because they cannot sit down and wait to government to put a roof over their head. They cannot sit down and wait to get a full package from government because they have to go back to work. They have to carry them back, their children back to school and to their care and whatever. And these people sit down, waiting, sleeping in tarpaulin and shelter when they can go back. So, all right, if you didn't have a land is the most important thing. The spot of a land or a house spot is the most important thing for anybody in this country.
Yes.
If you have the house spot or a piece of land, you can't do anything on it.
Yes.
And if you say your house blow down and you did have a blow down material, if I ever find back 1 ton of the plywood, whatever it is, if I ever go to the other way, your name good, go trust to plywood and take time pay for them.
Yes.
The government reach to you. That will show that these people, they know the opposition is trying to use these people as scapegoat to get what they want. At the same time, these people that they're telling them they're not relevant. At the same time, they're using as scapegoat in school to sit down, wait. Sit down like a pal wait. And then yesterday they go home when I come here, they want you to go sleep, but during the day they come over. Come make it look like they are present on the compound because they don't know where else to go. They go about them business and they want this $500,000. Now they get this $500,000. You don't have to quickest money out of no neighbor. You don't tell them now sit down outside neighbor. Because when you thief the sweat and the labor for the people, birthright, and all these things, neighbor, you never get the way. That money go like a hot pot is what I know.
Wow. You're making a lot of sense, sir. But you know, sir, and here is part of the cultural shift that wholeness will have to continue to make. the mindset, sir. The mindset, the patronage, clientistic mindset of people perpetuated over the 18 and a half years of PNP government, where people feel, sir, that somehow government must take off the dirty pampers off of them baby. Your baby pampers dirty and a wholeness must can't change the pampers. That is how we are thinking, sir. That is what patronage,
Neighbor, I'm one day this Mr. Wall is listening to us as people. I know he listen to people not locally. I know he listen to our show and I know he listen to other programs. From when I hear him talk and from his talking level, I know he listen to a lot of people. So now his reaction or how he operates and his work, I know he listen to people like us. But I'm just wondering if he's listening and he will hear these programs. I'm wondering, I'm dying for Mr. Hollis to come out and the Labour Party just come out blunt and just say to these people, enough is enough in this country. Enough is enough in this country. You need to put up an insurance. There goes will be an insurance. You can insure for 5 million. You pay this amount. There's an insurance. You can pay insure for 10 million. You pay this amount. You want to increase your insurance to what you want based on the house that you have. You will pay this insurance, and the inspection will come around your house and look at what you have and inspect it and value it and insure you for it. No, when hurricane blow, if anything go wrong, they come and inspect your damage and pay you for it. Government can taxpayer of this country cannot continue to carry the burden of people. And these people were doing that all these years. Nobody on the opposition will never be writing and nothing about people not getting this or people not getting that because they know even in America, as big as America is and wealthy as America is, if you want to stop blowing in one tiny or blue in one tiny, you better find your way out. We don't want the government that get up a bill not that get nobody. A bill not for get nobody. We don't know if that anybody can know if it can support it. Let me see it, but we don't know if the government a bill no house, a bill a fall of catching them, catching all them, we look at the wall and they see something when they catching now I saw them. We're trying to stop at the sea from come back and those are some of the things them people who's left back there in ruins, people who's left back there water run through till it dry out and can go back there.
Yes. Well.
And these people sit there and use this level against the government like them, okay, when the election time come, we now go vote for you. Like the PMP didn't give you anything over 30 years, and the PMP didn't give you anything over 30 years, didn't have a damn good out down, they don't blow down.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It won't blow down. If the PMP were giving each one of them neighbor $50,000 a month, check how much people in St. Elizabeth and in Westmoreland. If the PMP were giving one family $50,000 a month over the last 30 years, 3 decades, everybody would take that money. $50,000 a month from the time they come up this now. They would have done that $50,000 a 1,000 times, nearly 10 times right around the same family. Come around like a father. Everybody come collect a draw.
Yes.
So they must have something. And then these people do not put anything in place. And some of them don't give up a house. They can't even show a house spot. I've seen this lady come out and tell one bag of lie. Julie, this same Julie said there's a man named Bongo.
Bongo.
And she said, she might have to stick that people and to her. She said, Bongo said, I got work from 7 o'clock in the morning till night. She said, nobody come around here in the day. Trust is Bongo. So what this lady said that people must have Bongo, but she don't clean. To put it on paper. If Bongo, they have house and Bongo, they
No,
have
mind your cost, mind your cost,
bad.
mind your cost, bad. When you Bongo,
Yes, Bongo.
Bongo.
Yes, office don't move. Bongo, I think he called it back. Yes, office don't move.
Mind your cost,
Bongo, they interested to get to our rooms.
yes.
You know, things are cheating. You know, things are Bongo, they will have the office. Then look. Me no want to tell like Kamar. Is every MP get 50 million? How much million they get for
No, they didn't get 50 million. I think they got some of them got 10 million or a little bit more.
Good. Well, what them do with that money? Because she's going to look for this man named Bongo. And don't So when she carry a food package to say, well, then she buy this out of the food money because you couldn't go take the 50 million go spend for people that want it. You have to look with the money and be like, bongo. So how much of them you have in country 20 like $10 million yamas?
Yes. What the man name, sir? What the man name?
Bongo.
Bongo.
What you call it? Bongo like bongo.
Bongo.
So tell me now, I'm going to talk about bongo and a top all it. Then them join for the MP. What is your role of an MP? First, you're supposed to have caretaker.
Yes.
First, you're supposed to have assistant. First, you're supposed to have people who you can sell out, because do access for your community and come back to you. So where are the people going to do the access? She shows them how partially fix that, what to fix and forget help up yourself. Where are those?
You sure? Sir, you sure say is Julika Jess or is it Nikisha Burchett?
Nikisha Burchett.
Yes.
Same one. Nikisha Burchett.
Somebody said Bongo is a liar.
No. Look, if you have your people and set up their constituency, where you say you have them as assistant, these people would have go out and get the names and the people them and the hotspot and report back to you. So that means when the workers from the night office come to tour,
yes,
you could have said, okay, Bongo down there so. Bingala bush. But this is where we live. Tell you what, never tell you no bush tomorrow. Because it's a very good herding. If I'm thinking you want 5 to that in Africa bush, come that thing can come to the night office, come sit down in name and you want to even talk to him. But these people do not live anywhere. 10 people live in a one little 3-room boardhouse, or 1 2-room boardhouse, and then when they're done, they might expect to get a 10 apartment house. For each person get them apartment. No. Let me tell you something. The government, if you shut down the program and say, well, you want to vote with me, or you don't want to vote with me, this is the government, the country of the taxpayer of this country will never be able to run this back and pound back again to them. It's time for the top right in the taxpayer of this country. Shut it down. Who want care? If you want, it must win. Shut it down and make it blunt. Send your position in tailspin. Whatever you've been named and cost how much you want cost. Who want to talk and give you a talking point? Because the taxpayer of this country. So now what you know we don't take the money do? That money what we are going to take and spend, we're going to deal with the owner of the infirmary, fix up the hospital them with it, take it, touch the police them. You say them good police I will say I work, and then good nurse I would give them, what you call it, it's like how we get the tax break, like how we get a tax break, like people want to pay, we get $20,000, we give the people police and say, look man, a one-time offer like how we get it. See how £50,000 pound pay around $125,000 based on who, because them are work more than them didn't work. Take that money and give to the police. Take that, encourage them. Take that money and tell them to pay the taxes. Take that money and give to the teacher one-time break after. Take that money and give to the good nurses them at a one-time break, the good pocket the workers. I'm saying these people, I'm out of business. Go find a way out. When they can't drink enough, what do they expect? People can't fall back. Hurricane blow, Lord help when the hurricane blow next time. All I can tell you is one is coming. Put up your back paper if you want to paper. If you want to paper, up to you. Dig a ground, go on and eat it.
Yes.
Neighbour, they're pointing in the government.
Yes, sir.
And not the government alone, the taxpayer of this country.
Yes.
Tell you what we're sick to stuff here.
Don't. You said lock down the program?
$67 billion.
Lock down the program.
Billion. Yeah, man, lock it up, man. I said, over that scales been out of this thing. I want to call me lion and teeth, when they want me labor at PMP. Go. Hit the road, Jack. If you want to really to come vote to me, you see what me have the right to come vote to me. Because I make this country safe that you can build a life. As long as I put a future in this country for you, you have to go work for it.
Yes. Yes.
Go work hard, man. For the money, touch the good nurse them, touch the good police them with it, touch the good teachers them, touch those people. Because they pay the taxes of this country and have. We are paying the taxes of this country. And make these people take a tailspin out of this man. Because some of them get money, they're still looking for a house, then get food, they're still looking for road, then get road, then still look for water whenever water road 2 pipes before the year before. Now, nothing they want like they want solar. These people are taking the government to cut it. They are a thief, a liar, and a wicked. That's why you're the king gonna teach them a lesson.
What you say?
You know why people don't know God can teach them a lesson. One do one is one to correct it.
What you say? God teach them a lesson and hold us a correct it?
try to correct it.
Uh-huh.
And teach, God teach, man, see.
Uh-huh.
And teach, people, man, see. Remember the hurricane that many places on the ship, and it delay, on the ship, and it delay. Until it finally go where to go.
My God.
Teach these people a lesson, and Andrew Wallace, my Prime Minister, tried to correct it. Who you can correct what that already done, Andrew?
Uh-huh.
Send out these people that not help me.
What you say must do?
Send them off in a tailspin.
Send them off in a tailspin.
You have a tailspin like when Kai cut, man. You know, if I can see cut in the chicken spin, you have to go over some boat, not along the country. Send them out, man. We're going to find a way. What's one of this too wicked. Go around, send the investigation and speed. What I would have done, go around, send the investigation and speed and find them more vulnerable. The government has rent house and pay rich people.
Yes.
And they never catch in their life.
The most vulnerable, right?
And these PMP, sit there where they never pay a month rent for nobody in their house. And these MP then come out against the government of the country like this. They never taxes on the government. That means it must be an attack on the people of this country who pay the taxes. Because the people of this country make it possible that these people can get to them again.
Yes. You're right.
So attack on the government to then get anything is attack on the government and the people of the country.
Uh-huh.
So stand up and pay a tailspin. And then move off. Shoot off. You get your forget already, man. Enough is enough.
Yes.
Then if you couldn't fix no problem in a spark and I'm 50 odd years, I'll make you go fix it in 6 months.
Yes.
After me, the Jesus.
Uh-huh. Yes.
God teaches people. You see why God destroy down there with the intention to make them know, say, look here, we are split on up. Too much on the one place.
Oh?
We are split on up, we are get on up.
Uh-huh.
Tell me how you have changed your mind. Because when we to now go, we will think different. I don't know if you say things different. We don't have to think one way. Sometimes some things are for good, but some of them are for a lot of them, but they don't see that way. They might look for, government to give me this, government to give you what. You ever used to pay taxes before? Did you carry money, got taxes, go pay your taxes? I don't find it my taxes, I'm paying nearly 200,000 a month a year time right now.
Uh-huh.
To my taxes. Eh? And when we file with taxes and pay with taxes, you know when they take a lot of them don't they take the money do? Boom and rum.
Boom and rum.
I'm so sorry. Boom and rum. Eh? Dear phone. Big hairstyle. All them hands are falling right now because them big hairstyle. And the ears are shabby. All them hands because they have them big phone.
You mean say the people under the tarpaulin with big hairstyles, huh?
Big hairstyle and big phone, see how you.
Under tarpaulin?
With them big hairstyle, they never forget that. Everything is blocked. But never don't care what people are looking at. Some of them want to go bash, but I don't care. They want to bash, because some of these people are wicked. They have homes where they go and sleep otherwise neighbor.
Oh.
Whenever time they think the government is coming to our inspection or whatsoever, they try to show themselves at the shelter, to count themselves in, and a lot of the shelter might just know all these things.
Oh, God.
Nobody now sleeping at the party for so long. I agree, yeah, some of them will not have it, neighbor. But that's what the government should do. The vulnerable one who don't have it, they pick you out. I'm a child, you go. You will have to left a night and go to your place, go sleep, go and continue sleep over there because there's nothing for you. Find your way out, brother. Neighbor, a lot of things in this country can save money. Which we have to take responsibility too much, neighbor. As taxpayers, as government is taking up too much of these people responsibility. So because of that, neighbor, the money we expect to spend over here, over there, it can spread from the economy. Could I do a lot more, far more things, neighbor? But we spend too much time and pick up the pace of some people.
Hold on, sir. I have to take a break. Hold on for me, sir. Hold on.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make the nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell.
21 minutes after 9 o'clock. This caller here is fascinating. You know, he's really hitting hitting hard.
His name is TV man, you know, Neighbour. His name is TV man.
TV man.
Yeah, but we have changed that name. We have another name for it.
Yeah.
We'll post the name.
You are saying to me, TV man, that the government should scrap the way it is doing this and just give it to the most vulnerable.
Vulnerable people there. Look for them. Go back. Send back the people in the field. Real people like other people partisan. Because when we're going to send some people to do some job, we need to know we have people who have the mindset of people who see people for people, not seeing people because of politics.
Yes.
How where you live or how you live. We need to see people. So why send those people? We must can find people like that in the country. We must can find good people like that to send them in the field.
And you are saying that some of these people are okay. They sleep at houses at night, but as soon as they hear that the donations are coming back in, they show up again.
They show up again. They show, right? But the shelter managers know about these people. They know. And some of these shelter managers are friends with them. Batty and Chamber, they know exactly.
What you say about what you say about Chamber? Hold on. What you say about Chamber? Chamber what?
Batty and Chamber, the shelter managers, and they want a lot of them are Batty and Chamber.
Batty?
So they know exactly.
Hold on, no man. I need to get you. Batty, sir. Batty and Chamber.
Batty and Chamber. Yeah, Batty and Chamber.
What is that?
That's what we need to learn it when we are grow. Batty and Chamber.
Batty and Chamber.
Yeah, they are Batty and Chamber. Yeah, they are good bodies.
What that mean? What that mean?
Come between them.
Chamber pot, chamber pot. Never hear about that.
Batty and Chamber.
You know what? Yeah, man. That's the whole time saying, man. They are Batty and Chamber.
Oh.
Nothing come between them. So the shelter managers covering for them. So what they keep writing down their name when they not did it. They gonna work all over the place. They not did it. They write down their name. They say them there.
Yes.
So the government needs to scrap the program. Scrap it.
Yes.
Because I'm sure it will save up 3/4 of Jamaica.
And you are saying that some of these very people, sir, have a hairstyle and their phone. The hurricane never blow. The hurricane never blow with the hairstyle. The wig.
The neighbor, it's a blue wig. And it was full on the weather. Watch it now. Rainfall.
Yes.
Rain blow your phone on the weather. Nothing wrong with your phone. And if you wait up, you buy one back, one big one. Your hairstyle still up and running every day.
Yes.
But yet still, you say you're not shelter under the party.
My God.
No. Tell me no, neighbor. These people and the PMP orchestrate this in a neighbor.
Oh.
What the PMP is trying to do now is to trick the JLP in our position for it to run ground and chairman him demands and show that you know when you still remember when the budget are read we call this thing where the government would have made the promise to what him going to do for the years.
Yes.
The thing what we call it again where him say the proposal where government did and put forward and say okay before the year we're going to kill 3 chickens, 4 cow and 6 goat. Right? Now they are trying to derail that and they don't want the government fall in line with what is about to do. So what they're trying to do is to say, okay, we have 4 hand, I mean running self in one corner. We have 4 hand, okay, running self in one corner, I mean and distract him, and can't actually keep it promises of when he tell people about do. So when election time comes, see, you want some out your water, friend, you know water. Oh, see, you want some out your one tank, or you know tank. So you have that campaign plan. And then him say, well, I'm going to tell the Westmoreland people, say, you ain't get food, which the same Westmoreland people know they get food, know they get heritage. So no matter what the government going to do for them down here, some of them never learn.
Oh my.
Scrap the program and put the money to the most vulnerable and the best youth that it's supposed to go to the people who serve this country. Send these people go up to a tailspin and I bet you them find somewhere live. I can't see Jamaica, another place where live by the family. And I can't see how your house blow down. And you know a problem. And nobody not going to help you. And nobody not assist you. And nobody not try to put back 2 gold up for you. I mean you live by your community.
Yeah. So you are saying that sir. The wig no wetter and the phone no wetter.
And the phone no wetter. Everything is wetter.
But the wig no wetter.
Everything and the phone no wetter.
Oh.
So you're trying to show you that.
But that's a miracle. That's a miracle. That's a miracle, sir.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle to see a storm blow. And all the big phone in the window. Because first thing they get to go and call people for tomorrow morning and call everybody all over the globe. And you weak no window. You need to put your weak and go anywhere you want, go and go the most party and dance. All them keep the same that night dance, don't get all them that night party, them keep them get still can't go. And you go every run rabbit see you way. And all of that stuff, you can't help yourself. They are wicked.
What a miracle, sir.
They are wicked. They are wicked.
Yes.
Never. Let me tell you something, you know what? This is when people go for this when people really go to carry or take you for a ride. They are holding the government accountable to give them back road, house, and board, and money in pocket. And then these MP make it look like a dead give them. When the same people of this country and the overseas people don't need this money and people who are foreign and work hard and all over the Jamaica work hard and put up. You know what these people say? You know people after we spent 67 billion when they count the damage, you say the year marks at $10 billion. 8 to 10 billion when you just start out. And the government end up donate food and everything and 67 billion spent and 1 little billion left in a kitty. And the PMP have to get up with them half, go out to them half. That means tomorrow morning for hurricane blow. We have to run back to the people again, go beg them again. Yes, you see these people are wicked. Never think these people in Jamaica are good. I mean these people are good. Never. These people are tell us we're going to run back again, go beg again if there's a hurricane tomorrow morning.
Yes, they wouldn't mind it under the hurricane come.
You don't mind if a hurricane come.
Uh-huh.
Because they try to get the election in for them favor.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you could if you don't come to a country that you say you want to serve.
My God.
And I bet you neighbor, if a hurricane ever blow in any part of Jamaica that control with a strong breeze, I bet you if they see it line up, 3/4 of these opposition to this country and God one of the country to their game.
Yes. Yes. My brother.
They fly out and come back when it pass over.
Yes. You have a call again. Very interesting talking to you.
Neighbor, these people, they are destruction. They are destructful. You see this hurricane? It's a lesson from God.
Yes, sir.
It's a lesson from God. And I don't know why Andrew is trying to fix this neighbor. I don't know why the Prime Minister is trying to fix this.
Oh my God.
He needs to
let it alone.
The chips may fall. Stop the program. Look for the most vulnerable and let the chip fall with me.
Oh.
Make these people start up life house insurance. Make these people start to learn what it about equity and house insurance. So that if I want to job, insure it.
Uh-huh.
Because the money with them take to all kind of foolishness, neighbor.
Yeah.
They put their life far down the road.
Yeah. You're onto something. You're onto something, sir. What I thank you, though, my caller.
Yes, man.
Run out of time. You must call again.
I watch your program, man. I watch when I will call tomorrow, man. I watch your program.
Respect to you, man. You don't have a TikTok account, sir?
All right. Yes, I have a TikTok. I'm on TikTok also.
Well, then link me up on TikTok, man.
YouTube.
Uh-huh.
All right, then.
All right. Lovely, man. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
TV, man, they call me.
TV, man.
Not change the name. Yes, not change the name.
Nice, sir. Nice. Bless you. So you're married, sir? You're married?
Not yet, neighbor. Not yet.
You don't married yet?
Huh?
You don't married yet?
No, not yet, neighbor.
I want girl send me a message for you if you ask you.
No, not yet.
Tell her not yet.
In this time, you have to have ambition.
Uh-huh.
Wife. Neighbor, if you have something and thief come and thief it tomorrow morning, it don't mean they give you a license to sit down and wait and look at somebody to come help you.
Yes.
It gives you more motivation to get up. Find yourself. Because never know your body living up. You live in one community, neighbor, you're a hurricane blow. All hardware people know hurricane blow and everybody know hurricane blow. If you live good neighbor, you can't even find back the scrap system I board.
Yes. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. The zinc
You can't find nobody to drive back near them board.
the zinc them will blow.
You can't even find two board.
You think?
No. So you can't find a light board because we know the hurricane blow things.
Yeah.
So you can turn everything blue in the sky and gone. So nobody can find all the
Yes, sir.
See?
Dead right, sir. Dead right. You're spot on. You're spot on, sir.
You're shredding out, shred out everything like Greta.
Yes.
Just shred out everything. You can say keep on plywood, but they just shred you out, that you can't do not back to it again.
Yes.
One two before you put in a bag of big jam pieces where you can't do it with it.
What a man, sir.
Blow it too.
Yeah. Nice talking to you, sir.
Blow it too.
Nice talking to you. Take care of yourself.
Neighbor, they're wicked, man. Thank you, neighbor.
All right.
Thank you very much, neighbor. All right, sir. We
Talk again.
All right.
Yeah. You know, it's not funny, guys. It is actually true. The vulnerable. You look for the vulnerable and you help them. A lot of these people are trying to scam the government. And a lot of them don't mind if another hurricane blow again tomorrow. And every time the hurricane blow, the government have to find billions and billions to put back people's house together. Can't work. We have to stop this in Jamaica. And as he rightly said, it is the taxpayers, me and you, right? We have to shop with chicken back money, and we lost money if we pick them to give them. Huh? We need to look into it. Let me listen to Mr. Andre.
Shields. A Peter Phillips carrier come here. We make it. Mark Shields. A Peter Phillips carrier come here. We make it think you're king. Mark Shields. Because the government give a big work what they you talk the way you talk. And your wife who must be a voice of reasoning in the country. As a journalist, a part of the fourth estate. Question and theorizing. How could this have been? What has your wife and you done? In a spry fitness gym, Courtney. A bus champion in a gym. And the poor people in this country suffering like dogs.
No. Poor people in Jamaica suffer like dogs. And Mr. Mark Shields, a bus champion with his wife. How do you equate those two together? What does Mr. Shields and Emily Cooks having a bottle of champagne have to do with poor people that suffer like dogs? And you see these inflammatory language. Now, why is Mr. Stevens attacking Mark Shields? I will tell you why. Because Mark Shields said...
Now I look at the UK and I think we should be a bit more like Jamaica. In the meantime, Jamaica 20 years ago, massive debt against GDP, political instability. It was on the verge of bankruptcy. The IMF came in, that's the International Monetary Fund came in, and they marshaled the economy back to where it is. They have gone through a course of creating financial stability, which has enabled things like the police to buy all this extra kitchen they've now got to protect the island. And now I look at the UK and I think we should be a bit more like Jamaica. And in fact, the way the economy has been developed, I think, has been commended by the IMF and by others in terms of how they've turned the economy around. So there are lots of good things here that have happened. I'm not particularly JLP or PNP. I just look at the last 10 years and say objectively, things have definitely got better. Crime has been reduced. More money is available for the poorer people in society. We're nowhere near where the UK is in terms of that, but things are better. So I'd rather be here at the moment than I would.
So Mr. Mark Shields is saying that he would rather be in Jamaica than in the United Kingdom. Because objectively, he looks at the situation and he feels that Jamaica is better today than it was 20 years ago. And what has Mr. Stevens done? Talk about the man drinking champagne with his wife. No. So if you...
Mark Shields, a Peter Phillips carrier come here, who make you think you're...
No, what does it matter? whether Peter Phillips brought him here or not. What does that have to do with the truth spoken by Mr. Mark Shields? And is this what we have come to? Where if you speak the truth, you are politically aligned. Is that fair? Has Mr. Mark Shields not worked? He's a security consultant. His wife is a lawyer. What if they feel like they want to drink a bottle of champagne? What's wrong with that? Mr. Stevens, you don't drink champagne? I see you in a tight suit like a duck, looking like a duck. You want to buy a bottle of champagne after a hard day's of work. What's wrong with that? Nothing is wrong with Mr. Shields. But guess what? What Mr. Shields says does not align with your views and that of your party. That's all it is. Because rather than attacking the substance of the argument Mr. Shields is making, you're attacking the man and his family. Despicable, Mr. Stevens. Despicable. Right? And then you go on to talk about Jamaica coming together. Can we bring the country together when someone of the stature of Mr. Shields speaks his truth? And is it something that can be denied? Can you deny really that the country has advanced? Is that something you can deny? Is it that the People's National Party supporters are psychologically blind, intentionally so? Or is mendicancy? Or is mendaciousness? What is it? We must be able to speak the truth.
Mark Shields. Because the government give a big work what they you talk the way you talk. And your wife who must be a voice of reasoning in the country. As a journalist, a part of the fourth estate. Question and theorizing. How could this have been? What has your wife and you done? Only in a spry fitness gym, Courtney. A bus champion in a gym. And the poor people in this country suffering like dogs.
Absurd. Absolutely absurd. I don't know what Mr. Shields champion have to do with Andre. Moderator, who do we have next?
Joshua Neighbour.
Go ahead, Joshua. What's on your mind? Talk your mind.
Greetings to you, Neighbour. Greetings to the moderator and to all the listeners.
Talk your mind Thursday, so go ahead.
My cup is full tonight.
Running over.
Yes, it is beyond running over. Because there's so much to say, so little time to say it. I wanted to leave this for last, but because it's still fresh, I will comment on it. You spoke on the Andre Stevenson's commentary on Mark Shield. I find it very interesting that Mark Shield used to get a very large salary under the PNP, larger than any other member of the police force at the time. And he was never criticized for the 10 years up until now under the Andrew Holness-led government and the seasons that Andre Stevenson has had his program, but the moment he spoke honestly about the economy and the current state of crime in the country, he becomes an enemy of one who is an aspiring journalist, or he's a propagandist. And I find that to be very interesting.
He's an aspiring journalist, sir?
Well, the fact that he sits around the microphone every night pretending as if he's a journalist of no mean feat, then it shows you his intent. The only problem is that he's not practicing journalistic ethics. You know, he doesn't practice investigative journalism either. What he does, he carries the PNP propaganda all the way and every step of the way. Only when they offend him, then he will speak against them for probably a week until his wounds are healed. Then he's back on the payroll again after that. You know. Now, we shouldn't be surprised, you know, because the PNP style is a revisiting. This what we see from Andre Stevenson is really a revisiting of the Michael Manley's stance of the 70s. His stance on rhetoric was to really create enmity between the haves and the have-nots. So those who worked hard, whether it be that their family sent them to school, or they struggled to go to school, or they got free education and got an education, and for those, whether they inherited money through colonialism or through the hard work of their parents, or they themselves struggled to make something of themselves. Under the Michael Manley-led regime, is that they became an enemy, you know, of the state, because the poorer class was told to march into their houses, you know, to take over what they did not earn. And when these people tried to speak about it, Michael Manley told them that there were 5 flights a day to Miami. If you don't like it, you can take anyone. And we see a revisiting of this by the very commentary of Andre Stevenson. And not just the commentary, but we kind of see what Mark Golding's style of politics is not exactly the same, but it mirrors the politics of the 70s. So while Mark Golding is living in the lap of luxury and trying to make enemies between the haves and the have-nots, he himself is doing nothing to alleviate the sufferings of the poor, because in one of our Caribbean neighbors, he's spending $20 million to build houses in that country. But simultaneously, in Jamaica, nothing is being done to build low-income houses. And I find it as a great paradox, a hypocritical paradox. You know, that is one. I want to skip over and visit something, because we spoke about Nikisha Burrell earlier, and I want to talk. Yes, Nikisha Burrell earlier, and I want to revisit 2 things. One, Nikisha Burrell claimed that, again, this colonial argument that they're positing is really the English is a relic of the colonialism.
Yes.
But when she did her interview on TVJ, she did it solely in English. Isn't that a paradox?
Well, it definitely is, because we English language, sir, is part of what we inherited from the colonial masters.
Right.
We didn't inherit Spanish. Right.
And there were no rules on TVJ barring her from using patois. But she still went there and she did her entire interview in English. But in the parliament, where there were rules that govern how we should operate, she chose to want to break the rule.
She's quite classless, you know, Joshua. It's quite a classless girl, you know.
Definitely. You know, I have 0 minus 0 respect for her.
No,
that's how much respect I have.
I don't myself. I think she is a bit of a performer.
Right, she is, and as is the rest of the PNP. Mark Golding walked out of Parliament like a spoiled brat yesterday, but I will go back to that because I have a comment to make on it. Now, in addition to that, I hear one of our good Labourites, Chucks 881, my good friend, speaking on finding her attractive.
Finding
Frankly
Miss
speaking,
Burchell attractive.
Yes.
You don't, sir.
anyone-
You don't find her attractive.
Zero. Absolutely not.
What you
First
say?
of all, I hate fake. I hate fakeness. That's the first thing. And then secondly, there's nothing beautiful about her, whether internally or externally, to me.
What are you saying to me?
Right? No.
Oh.
And this is not just being political. This is absolutely so. And I want to guard the rest of us because I heard a similar argument being posited throughout the years regarding Lisa Hannah, where Labour had said, boy, if she was the leader of the PNP, they would have voted for her. We have to be careful that we're not led astray by our eyes and the little person that we have.
Yeah, but Miss Hannah is a beautiful woman.
No, I'm not saying that she isn't. She's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm saying to men,
yes,
men in particular, be guarded against your eyes and the little man that we have in the middle there.
Which hold on. Which little man that?
All males know which little man I'm referring to.
But be careful of that. Be careful of that word, little.
Well, whether little, medium, or otherwise, he's little comparison to the rest of us. No. When you talk about little, sir, you talk it for yourself. Well, I didn't want the ladies to be aware of it, but since you expose it, might as well admit.
You imagine you came upon this platform to reveal your size. Imagine that.
No, I didn't want them to know, but since you uttered it, I might as well admit. Now, having said that, on a more serious note, I find it absolutely absurd that Mrs. Patricia Duncan is now very vocal as it relates to the loss of life of that lady. No loss of life, whether innocently or guilty, is ever a good thing. Even if I'm not sorry for the person, I'm sorry for the families who are left behind who are still mourn, right? But I find it absolutely absurdly hypocritical on the part of that same lady, because when Mrs. Chang cried out about the assault that was alleged to have been perpetrated against her by Dwayne Vaz, two members of the People's National Party, to this day, we're still waiting for an outcry of outrage by Mrs. Duncan and any member of the PNP for that matter, right? And yet they are saying it's a women's movement. Now, if you're concerned about women, irrespective of who assaults her, you would be concerned. But they're still silent. Someone mentioned about Joyla and Silvera. We're still waiting on the utterances from the People's National Party Women's Movement. Or is it just some women that they are concerned about? The women who would demonstrate after the life of a criminal was taken, and because they were planning on a demonstration and that woman lost her life, that's why they are so concerned. Please let us know, Mrs. Duncan, Sutherland. Please let us know, because we would really like to know. The other thing, I hear them equating the PM statement with the loss of life of that lady. Now, that is, for me, again, another paradox, because the scripture gives us, the Bible says, it's either you're with me or against me. You're either hot or cold, and when the PM says you have two choices laid out before you, right? None of these persons, and I'm talking the guilty ones now, the guilty ones who are in confrontation with the law were not forced to be in confrontation with the law. It's a choice that they made on their own to confront lawmen and women, right? They were given a clear choice, and these hypocrites that are trying to tie the loss of life of this lady to the PM and equate it to the statement that the PM made, failed to mention that the PM has nothing to do with her being in confrontation with the law, and we want to separate that. And for the criminals who are out there parading firearms and choosing to challenge the police, the PM says you either face the courts, which is an option that is available to them, that they have refused to utilize. And if you don't face the court and you choose to confront the law, then this is what is going to happen. The lawmen are trained to protect themselves. That is what the statement means in a nutshell.
Yes.
Right? And you have to be prepared for the consequences. The Bible says that every man shall reap according to that which they have sown.
Yes.
You can't reap violence, you can't sow violence and reap peace. Huh? You can't sow brutality and expect gentleness. Right? And I'm unapologetic about it.
Yes.
Right? So, what in the United States, I know for certain, you don't challenge the police and come out on the other side of the fence. No. Just 2 weeks ago, in one of the states, a gentleman was in traffic, firing after people, and a firearm holder and a cop challenged him and took him down.
Yes.
And he's no longer with us to speak of it. And a lot of these persons were in the jurisdiction of the United States. When these things happen, George Floyd up, and if they speak of it, some of them can be deported.
Oh.
Right? But some of them will be deported if they get up and speak. And it's not just George Floyd. Day after day, the same country that they cherish and they live in. These things happen every day. Right? And I'm saying to Jamaicans, we don't have the full details. Allow the law to take its course. Allow the investigation to take its course. Right? Stop pushing fire. And for those of you who, in the name of politics, trying to push a narrative that is non-existent, I am saying to you, when it comes knocking at your door, when violence comes knocking at your door, do not call the police. Do not call the police. Because it's going to come visit you one day. I hear people on social media. One man who claims that he was a cousin of the lady says that they know where the police live. No, that those who know where the police live need to inform him and his family. I am saying to that gentleman that we see that as a threat to law enforcement. And whatever you and your family get, you take it. Whatever you and your family get, you take it when it comes. Because that is a threat against law enforcement. And your family should go down for it.
Wow.
Right? Now, the other thing, neighbor, I sent you something that I would love you to quickly look at. It's Article 53.3, which is something the IC, the Integrity Commission's Act.
Yes.
Right? If you can read perhaps the third paragraph and state what it says.
I know.
If I remember clearly.
I'm not going to be able to download this on my phone just now,
All right, so let me just wrap it up in a nutshell, and for your listeners, all 380 of them, Article 53.3 of the Integrity Commission's Act, it says it formally categorized under Section 53 is a strict confidentiality rule, often referred to by critics. The Act legally prohibits the Integrity Commission from confirming, denying, or commenting on any corruption investigation before its findings are officially tabled in the House, right, of Houses of Parliament. It says key aspects of this legislation include the gag order under Section 53.3. All ongoing matters under investigation must be kept entirely confidential. No reports or public statement can be made by the Commission or any individual regarding the initiation or conduct of an active probe.
Yes.
So when Peter Bunting comes out and says somebody tip him off, that person should be arrested. And Peter Bunting being a lawmaker is breaking the law.
Yes.
And people need to be aware. This is the Lawless People's National Party that we have to deal with. Right? So I brought it up because I want people to be aware that this is what is happening. Now, in addition to that, I have a question. Since the IC is so active and willing to put forward to table that in Parliament about an ongoing investigation regarding the FLA, we are still waiting the tabling of the uncertification of Mark Golding's statutory declaration. Because now that they seem to be well staffed, we now want it, according to him, they were understaffed, and we want to know how did he know that. We are awaiting the reasons. We want we the public want a reason as to why it has not been tabled in Parliament. Since they are so vocal about it, to the extent that he was hot under his britches and walked out of Parliament because of that. We want to see the same righteous indignation, or rather unrighteous indignation, being put forward and uttered by the People's National Party, their surrogates and the 28 so-called civic organization, civil society groups, to demand the tabling of Mark Golding's uncertification of his statutory declaration. That is what we're asking for.
You have covered a lot of grounds tonight, Joshua.
Certainly. Bear with me a bit. Another thing also we would want to demand of the IC is, why is it that they brought in a foreign entity to investigate our Prime Minister, and the results of such an investigation has not been tabled in Parliament? First of all, you broke the law by bringing in a foreign entity to investigate our Prime Minister, a head of state. His finances are now known, and his personal business is now known to a foreign entity. And after $31 million later, the results are kept silent. Why? That is what we want to ask of the IC, right? There are so many other things. I want to just close with this.
Yes.
The opposition seem to be concerned about 1.8% of spending from donation money, trying to give the impression that since the hurricane, that's all that has been expended to the assistance of the Jamaican people. But I want to assure Jamaicans that that is not so. $67 billion up until March was spent, and I will give you the quick breakdown of that. $24 billion on electricity, or 150 million US, right? $5 billion for cleanup was spent. $32 billion for water restoration. $1.4 billion for telecommunication and transport. $10 billion towards the roofs program. 3.1 on the modular homes. 1.78 for NHD grants, which means that it's money that people will never have to pay back. $1.5 billion on care packages. That's a whole lot of money. $155 billion on PATH cash transfer to poor, needy people. $3 billion for small businesses. That is money to help people in small businesses. Not loans, but free money to help them to, whether it be shop or, the solidarity program or those things. $3 billion to help with agriculture and other farmers. $2.3 billion towards school, and $23 billion towards the health sector.
We're bang on 10 o'clock, Joshua. You're going to have to wrap this.
Right. I am done. That's the last one, sir. That's the last one. So I'm saying, all in all, that covers $67 billion that the government has spent, plus a lot more. And we're saying that when the PNP wants to go out there and fly a kite, Jamaicans need to be aware that the government has not only spent the equivalent of $28 million, which is 1.4% of the donation, 1.8% of the donation, but the government has spent $67 billion and counting, and much more. So we must not be led astray by the PNP and their common rhetoric and the lies that they want to tell, to sway the Jamaican public. We must have our heads screwed on, and we must push back at these lies, because PNP want to get into government through lies and propaganda.
Excellent.
I want to thank you for your patience.
Excellent
Yes, sir.
presentation, Joshua. Excellent. Joshua, excellent, sir. Take care of yourself tomorrow.
God bless you, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, listeners, we have some other callers. We're going to give them a little time. Madsik, is that so? Madsik, you're on.
Yeah, but you can take me down, please.
Okay, yes. Madsik. All right. No, not there. Okay. Madsik. No, not there. Okay. Anthel Williams. Anthel. No. Jamrock. Okay. Well, that's going to be our program for tonight. What a show. What a show it was. We started here with official chef, and we end with Joshua. Kamar?
What are you doing, sir?
Hi, how are you?
Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
Yes.
Oh, I've been watching your program,
Uh-huh.
when I get the chance to, but I know my mom follow you every day, every night.
Oh, this is Kamar from Kingston.
Yes, man.
Oh Lord, my son. Well, when I left Kingston, you were a mere child. Now you come in. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well.
Uh-huh.
Still seeing you doing your thing, and getting the argument straight out there when it comes on to the whole political arena, what is going on in Jamaica.
Oh my!
You understand? And
Tell them that I've known you from you were a baby.
yeah, man. Original white man. Yeah, man. Big up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I was listening to Joshua
Yes.
since night here, and he made some points.
Yes.
But I guess everything is in a loom now, where surrounding the killings of civilian by police, and it is so becoming so frequent. Why, at the end of the day, they are here to serve, but I think it has to be some level of control, right? We have to try to balance life, safety, and also equity, transparency, and accountability.
Yes.
As serving members, the JCF, JDF, they have a mandate. We can't be saying that we're getting reduction in crime, but there must be a balance when our officers, when they're going to do their duties. It can't be just every minute you see something going on in the media, because everything is in the media now.
Yes.
Right? And Jamaica and John Public, they try case before it actually reached that investigation area, right? And people are entitled to their opinion, right? I know that the Buju lady is one of the most hot topic. No, you have one happening in Jonestown just probably a couple of days ago, right? But my thing about it is that once your life is not being threatened, right, as an officer, and lethal will be the last thing any officers can use. You understand? And it's not about putting away. Yes, the Prime Minister has said that if you don't obey, right, see the courts are seek Jamaica. Nothing is wrong with that. But I strongly believe that some level of accountability must be in play, and when you're going out there to serve and protect.
Yes.
Right? And one of the things what I like the commissioner is doing, and I always give him his tools, because I really realize that he's doing a lot of transformation in the force,
People are getting promoted, building morals and camaraderie. People are, getting increases in the force in terms of wages, which, and, you're doing so much as the person at the top who's leading, but at the same time, you have so much case in IPRO, whereas it is becoming, alarming, where police brutality, where comes a time when it is going to be balanced, because you're trying to restructure the force, you're promoting peer persons, because since this commissioner went into office, you can see the change, you can feel the change, but at the same time, when they go there to do their job, I'm not telling you that it's not a difficult era, but all I'm saying that the man at the top is doing what he's doing. Just try to, work within the rules. You understand? I can't tell you what may happen when they are out there, but at the same time, it has to look good. We can't, a small 3.5 million of person living in Jamaica, but at the same time, our crime reduction is great, but we are seeing where police brutality, killings is becoming on a high. How do we balance these things? You understand? We're doing good in an era where the force is reducing crime, but at the same time, you understand, we're having too much of these things happening. I'm not speaking against or force, but all I'm saying, it has to come down to some level of transparency. Think before you squeeze. You understand? There are many ways how things can be handled. You understand? And the media may have things out there, and things can look a certain way where it just send a wrong picture, everything about it doesn't just look properly or authentic. You understand? So, one and all, Sir Whitey continuously to educate, keep the thing going, because I hear a lot of things going on, and I have to kind of laugh when it comes on to the PMP and the Labour right part. I don't think everybody wants power, and they have to understand that, listen, you're here to serve the people right and just. You understand? It's not about you. It's about the people who have put all these ministers in parliament to lead our country with dignity and pride and one Jamaica. Jamaica is a very beautiful country, but
yes,
we're living in a country of democracy, right? So you're not going to always align. You're going to be object, because you can't have a party and you don't have an objection. But it must be realistic. You can't just come on our television and in parliament, like the other day when the rule is a rule. You understand? I think Miss
Brownberg.
What's her name? When our old speaker had to say, listen, the rule is a rule, but I don't know how can you have a rule and you want to go around a rule, right? And what they're trying to challenge is when Terry Long and the Cubans were in parliament, and it was, they gave him the opportunity to go ahead, because you have persons who speaks different language. He speaks in Spanish, so he was basically, interpreting for them to understand that everybody can understand between the Cubans. So I don't understand why is it when there's a rule, you understand, the PMP have a tendency to not want to follow and try to go around, and then you went on Neville program and never asked the same question. Is the rule, is not the rule? And you find 100 answers going around one question, and the man stick to what he asked.
Yeah.
What's the rule?
Yeah.
You understand? We just need to come together as a nation, man. And you see, once we live good, You understand? I think Jamaica can be so superbly, you know, one of the number one Caribbean island. You understand? Because we have it. The food, the music, our culture. That's what people love. And we just have to embrace it. You understand? We're in a party where we're trying to stem crime, corruption. Let us work on that. You understand? But we can't be throwing stones. We have to be solution driven. That's the only way we're going to fix things in our country.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Excellent, Kamar.
Yeah, man.
Nice hearing from you.
Yeah, man. Nice hearing from you too, sir, man.
Take care of yourself.
Continue to do the work.
By the way, I must tell you that I'm very impressed. When I knew you as a young man, you were pretty shy. Now you are out there talking and representing yourself very well. Your mother must be very proud of you too.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? You know, we have to come out of the shell, man, and continue to do the. I'm in a lot of community projects, you know.
Yes.
For my community, so.
Call me.
You know what I mean?
Call me off the air. You hear?
Yeah, man. No problem.
All right.
No problem.
Mommy got my number. Take care of yourself.
All right. No problem.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Excellent. Young man that I have known a long time, you know. Used to teach him. I used to teach him. Okay. Gustaf.
Greetings, neighbor. Greetings to
you only have a couple
your
minutes.
listeners as well. Yes, man. I appreciate it nonetheless. Neighbor, I really love to see the fact that the program is expanding reach. Is it expanding? So I'm really pleased at that. I'm glad, you know, because we have a mission and also a duty to see how best we can put out informations that are very, very relevant to people, that are not disinformation nor misinformation. And I'm glad that the platform is reaching places, and I also aspire for it to go further and so forth, and I know that it will manifest. So I'm really grateful for where it is now and where it is heading.
All right,
and,
that's great.
There's another view of mine. I think I want to say this. This is my personal view. No, I don't want us, or I don't like when people tend to like try to hush or sweep people's views under the carpet if it is not in alignment with theirs and so forth. And the fact that you're running a platform, neighbor, it is not always supposed to just be conducive to us or for us as persons or people that lobbies on behalf of the government and its policies and strategies. We should also allow for people that are respectful in how they bring across their views, even if their views are short-sighted.
Yeah, but I tell you something though. You see the chat and the production are two different things.
Right.
So you don't worry about the chat. People are going to express themselves in the chat that will never come up and say a word. That is their view, and there's always going to be competing and counter view in the chat.
Which is natural.
Yes, and that is what keeps the live active, and we appreciate that. I don't get a chance to read the chat. I don't get a chance to read the chat, but I think that people should be free to express themselves in the chat. Whatever they want to say, that is the place where they say it. Because they're not going to come up on here and say it necessarily, but you know they're keeping their views open in the chat. And I tell you something. One of the first amendment in the United States, you see, sir, is what is called freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. And I think it is something that Jamaica needs to embrace a little bit more, where a man's view must be challenged and he can say what is on his mind. Talk your mind. Right. Without having to be afraid of being dragged before the court and all of them someday. Say what is on your mind. And if you can't say it out of your mouth, say it through your finger. Not true.
Which is realistically so, sir.
Yes.
And I totally side with those arguments. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, and let me tell you something, sir. There's a ambivalence towards comrades, you know, and I don't necessarily disagree with it, you know, because comrades, sir, tend to be very lie and disruptive. Okay, now the fact of the matter, Gustaf, is that no one say that Jamaica is where it should be, but you cannot say that Jamaica has not made progress. You can't say so, and that is what I try to do here, to say, let us be fair, guys. Let us be fair. We can argue about the faults, but my God, man, my God, Jamaica is not what it was in 2016, Gustaf.
No, sir. And I must add to that as well in a neighbor. I mean, I think one of the challenge the JLP face, unfortunately, is how it is being critiqued to perfection, right?
Right.
So it's not about that they're not doing, but they are more being brought down because of not getting it all perfect, rather than being lauded
Stick a pin, Gustaf. The expectations of Andrew Holness's government is higher than every other government in our future, in our history.
Right.
In other words,
it's almost like they want him to execute a flawless policy at all times. It's almost been judged to perfection.
Thank you, sir. And there is no. I didn't want to challenge my young son, Kamar, too much. But let me tell you this, sir. There is no country in the world that has a perfect system. None. In Minnesota, in the United States, 2 persons were unalive by the Ice-T. 2. Okay? And there was massive protests there. What we are to promote is the abiding of the obeying of the law. We must become a country that respect the law, sir. We must move away from being breakers of law to people that respect authority and respect the law. And the preservation of life includes your respecting the law.
You know what I want to see going forward, neighbor, and it's almost appearing as if it is improbable, though possible. I personally, as a young man, I would love to see a peaceful Jamaica, or as much as possible peaceful Jamaica. I would love for us, inclusive of myself and others, and even the members of the law enforcement entities, to see how best we can interact with each other without being disrespectful. I mean, it's a cultural thing, neighbor, and it's hard to get out of the culture because it's already embedded in a lot of communities. We don't take the talk from police, and you know what I mean. So it's almost like a natural hostility to come out of the police in these areas. But what we don't want the lawmen or law women or law enforcement entities to do is broad brush everyone and treat all the same.
True.
So we still promote a peaceful Jamaica. We still promote right and proper policing as well. And we still also take the side of the Prime Minister, say if you choose to challenge the police, then it's up to you to meet your maker. On the other hand, if you're a rambunctious individual, you got a chance ahead of you to see a judge and see if the judge can act with clemency in your favor whilst penalizing you same way because you already broke the law. But neighbor, I am not going to speak as if we don't know that there are law enforcement officers across the board in a soldier and the JCF that sometimes act outside of force orders.
And when that happens, we must trust the systems within the force and the state to correct that. But it is not the norm, sir. It is not the norm. I will make one further point, that the policemen and women, you know, sir, are drawn from the very society, you know. It is the same society that we draw them from, put them in a place for 6 weeks and expect them to come out transformed. It don't work like that. It don't work.
Neighbor, even biblically, you're correct, you know, because let us go biblically before we end. Now, the Bible would have outlined that we're born into sin and we're also shaped in iniquity. So it means that we're born into a world where sin exists and iniquity exists, which is why God himself says that he's a God of understanding and he's a God of forgiveness, because some things are just unfortunately natural. Yeah. So therefore, imperfections will always.
In other words, if we are going to get better doctors, better policemen, better nurses, better teachers, we have to fix the social fabric of the society, sir. It is from the very society that our professionals are chosen.
All professionals.
All
pastors,
professionals.
all professionals.
Pastors,
whichever
all of them.
they come from, everybody. The
and you have to understand.
Is from the same imperfect society.
Thank you.
That we find these people.
Thank you. Okay? And unless we understand the reciprocity of the arrangement, that the police do not exist on their own, but they exist within a society and within a culture. And if they are going to change, we need to change. Sir. We need to change. I am telling you, sir, that one police constable cannot go into some communities or some spaces and tell people to keep order, move and keep moving. Can't do it.
No, sir.
Cannot do it. And I've seen people grab up policeman, sir. Drape up policeman and all one-shot policeman back, sir.
Yes. And neighbor, just before I go, I want to highlight this so you can find time on the program, probably not this week. I would have heard Kerencia Morrison. I don't remember the position she has as minister or whatever she holds, but I heard she mentioned something very important that is a painstaking problem to people out here in terms of like party promoters. So people out there don't actually know that there's actually clause that exists that allows for them to apply for their party permits beyond 2 a.m. in the morning. And it's an issue that a lot of people are up in arms about with the police, and also cause a lot of unrest between civilians and police when police go to these events to shut them down. So we're actually imploring people to make use of these portals and look at them. It's a portal that exists where you can sign up, neighbor, in advance of your event, and you can apply if you get your party beyond the regular time. These are information, neighbor, that the people don't pay attention to, but they curse the government that's actually helping them the most. It's only a pity that these type of information are not widespread because of the partisan, let me just say, whatever the biases that exist because of the politics, and also the MPs that are to bring this information to the people that are on the opposite side, they will not, because these type of information will actually emphasize and show that the government really cares about some of the painstaking issues that the people are facing. So, I mean, you know, the program is elevating, neighbor. I know over time you can delve into those type of information and even probably get her, Kerencia Morrison, to dive into further information into how people can apply for that and other information as well that are vital in terms of the creative industry, neighbor.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, sir. By the way, your phone line is sounding perfect.
Yes, sir. Kudos to Digicel for trying their utmost best to restore connectivity and make us have the best of internet. It still glitches at time, but we understand that we are just coming out of a category 5, so we are considering.
Fantastic. Great. Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir. Homage to you, sir.
Fantastic. G Keeper, take us out.
Hello, neighbor.
Hi. How is Rockstone?
Rockstone? She a fling Rockstone like hell.
Tell her hi for me.
All right, big up her right now.
Yeah. Big up Rockstone.
Yeah, neighbor, what I was saying, you know, a couple years or maybe 1 or 2 years ago, there was a policeman who stopped a vehicle in Montego Bay.
Yes.
And the guy hit him over the precipice. right? Run over him fall over the precipice. Nobody never come out come demonstrate.
Yes.
Nobody never come out come stand up for him. But as this happen, everybody want to kill the police. What about the gunmen them will walk and take people life? Look on the baby. Paulwell baby, the little innocent 9 months old baby and his mother. And nobody no come demonstrate, you know, but the justice people, you know, church come talk about the baby. You know, hear the PMP Duncan, the girl Duncan, you know, nobody come out come talk about it. But everybody come now, they gang the police them. And the police them make people can't want to go home back from America. All over the world want to go back home. To enjoy their little life after them burn out themselves in the ice. And go through sufferation of foreign. Jamaica the only place you can go relax.
Yes.
And them are the one where make we have ease that we want to come home back. Right? Because whether you want to come yes or no, you have to go now. Right? And we can't understand these people in Jamaica. We can't understand them. 2 wrongs can't make a right. And the PMP them join. That they could not head boy, I mean, if a boy or a girl, if I want they or he or she. Find on a Portland where say he must stand up as. Why him never stand up? Him I don't know ordinary liar him. They must stop it. They must stop it. Let me tell you something. Everything them I call Andrew name. Let me tell you, no man put Andrew there, God put him there. And let me tell you something. Them have to go fight like a hell to get him out back. Because the man do what the people them want. Them do what Jamaica need to do. Right? Now, you see when Nara come, they don't see nothing yet. Them thinking come, in done, him just a come. Them thinking done, and just a come. Anytime Nara start work, God help them. Who fi run, I go run. And who I go stand, I go stand. Because let me tell you something. God put him and him now move, so tell God ready to move him. Believe me. This a force, yeah, of God. So let me tell you something. PMP. And that little girl they don't have Westmoreland where they call. Me don't know when he make out her. For him dimple, they which party not supposed to be. Or in cheap one, not they which party for they. She think me I go put up, go pay so much money for me, pile up my face. She need to be about herself. Me and the guy Bell, never Bella ask her. But you can set an example for the young youth them. If you know say wrong, why you do it? The people them not learn patois school, them learn English. We learn patois out the road. Right? And you are going to come in a parliament with your make bad self. You don't need to stop the PMP and mark what you need to go on back at your yard. You don't come from Jamaica. You know that you're not a Jamaican. You know when you go there, go talk. And the one cliff used to. Me out after him, I go for him too. Because you see them too ungrateful. And let me tell you something. Jamaica go ever stand up for equal right and justice. And I'm going one somebody can give you right now. God inspire him to give you an Andrew Michael honest. And me I tell you, it's either you do or you die. So if uno gunman we are walking and alive people, if uno can't behave on yourself, uno go to the court or go meet uno maker. If uno I want maker. Whether uno maker or uno taker, uno try and leave Andrew out of it. All PMP, they say uno say uno go run down and bow down and foot. Them a talk about down at Westmoreland. A lot of the people them down there, me know they. Me used to in a market down there. And the whole of them talk about their house in a no fat house. A lot of them sleep in a market around at the seaside. And all of a sudden everybody want house, want bathroom. Some of them don't know if you sit down on toilet. They can't sit down on a good toilet. And everybody all about their want house and this and the idiot, Nathan Campbell, the pedophile. He need to set him out. Because let me tell you something, God, I got to turn you again. As TV said tonight, yeah, Me no know where Andrew go about him a fix. When God do something, Andrew no do it, God return again to do. Leave them, let them suffer. Them need to suffer. They don't know not more than sufferation. I can't talk about poor people. No poor people in Jamaica. Every God Almighty solar washing machine. Nobody now would fire again. Nobody now use wood fire again. Which part poor people there? Andrea. Who? Andrea Stevenson. Who?
Who, ma'am? Who, ma'am?
Poor people.
Which lady that? Andrea?
Andrea Steven. We live in the one room where Kylie turning kitchen there over Portmore.
Oh, that's a girl?
That's
a girl?
The girl, Andrea.
The girl, oh, uh-huh. Okay.
The one we are talking about, Mr. Shields. The girl there. And if you call Mr. Shields and no company. But the man talk up the things them.
Okay.
The man talk up the things them because right are right and wrong. The man see the light. And them two lie.
All right.
Me go other lie and me can't get a member. Say politics done, you know. And me call Amazon and Walmart and BJ's and ask the lie and them say PMP still are the lie. And them still are buy out all the lie. So all the you see me go there, you think a little money me I spend for get 2 couple lie and me can't get it. PMP buy out every lie. All when election done, them still are buy out lie. That's why them are using a parliament so.
Well, I'm gonna have to wrap. You see, gatekeeper. Take care of yourself.
Yes, man. Thanks, man. God bless you.
One of my listeners sent me this.
Your coffee. Yeah, I was there. Official chef showing some things. I like him to try to counteract chef. Like chef, I want to say. And I was going to call him, I was going to call chef and things if they come out. But same time, because I was at Munchie. Same time I was going to pick me up, so I just come off. I was going to call chef and tell him, so get off of that live. I want to try to counteract chef, like chef don't know what chef talks.
I wonder if chef know what he did to Munchie.
Yes, I should call him tomorrow. I'm going to call him.
I've been in his box once. I've been in his box once, and then I never gone back over there. But I was on this guy Sweet Vibes Live when he was on in it. I'm
all right. You know, I'm lovely. You know.
Neighbor. Neighbor, it was muffled, so the viewers couldn't hear it properly.
It's muffled? What is wrong with these people? You know, let me tell you something. This is a mix-up space, you know. It's a mix-up space. And sometimes I tell you the truth, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, I am trying to counteract chef. Them people are not have nothing to do, man. Anyway, I tell you the truth. It's, you know, listeners, I tell you the truth. Join us over YouTube.
Neighbor. I spoke earlier, and I would like to make it abundantly clear to our listeners, right? Where I have spoken earlier, and I have made it abundantly clear that there's absolutely no one on this platform, no one on our team, none of our moderators reported Munchie's live. It is not something that we would do, and we did not report her live, and it would be good if they stop spreading these rumors. We cannot be held responsible if any of our listeners or anyone who supports our platform did something like that, but we personally did not do that. We have absolutely nothing against Munchie. And, you know, I guess this is going to continue going around. We apologize. We're very saddened that that has happened to Munchie. And I just want to assure everyone that we played no part in it. And there's nothing else I can say about it.
Yeah, okay. But the toxic nature of some of these people, I tell you, it's so disappointing. Anyway, listeners, I won't play any more of that.
Thank you, Neighbour.
Yeah, Joshua, you're joining us back. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm listening to this and I'm pretty disturbed for more reasons than one. I have said this privately and I want to say it publicly. We are all supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party. And therefore our mission should be one and the same. We might have different styles, we may have different approaches, we may even have different information. And our understanding of politics might even be different. But our primary purpose of being in this space and other spaces is to, one, promote the work of the government, this particular government. Two, to push back against the lies of the PNP. And last but not least, which is even more fundamental, is to defend Jamaica. Brand Jamaica, the country that we all say we love. Irrespective of how we treat it, we all claim that we love it. And with that in mind, I'm calling for the building of bridges and not walls between us. You know, we cannot and we should not continue this way. It is not good, it is not right, it is not healthy. The scripture says that a house that is divided against itself will fall, right? And we just have to, we're not each other's enemies. The PNP is the enemy of the state. Whether we like each other or we don't like each other, we have to come together to ensure that Jamaica is defended against the assault and the lies of the PNP. And we should not do this. In addition to that, it just doesn't sound good. When we talk against each other or operate against each other, it doesn't remain in that circle alone. It finds a way to filter out. You have to understand that there are persons, not just politicians, not just Jamaicans, but foreigners sometimes who pass by our lives and they hear us. And we have to understand that it reflects negatively on Jamaica. So I am not speaking against anyone. All I'm saying is that we are all in this space for one reason and one reason alone. That's what our primary purpose should be. And that is in the name of Jamaica. Right? And if we continue to pull against each other, we're making room for the PNP. Let us find a way to build bridges, my friends, all of us, irrespective of which side. We will have disagreements, we will have fallouts, but let us not have open displays of anything that doesn't complement what we believe is best for Jamaica.
Thank you so much, Joshua.
All right.
Waterman?
Thanks.
Waterman?
100%, Joshua. I agree with you 100%. What we need to talk about is what Mark Golding is doing in our parliament, the PNP is doing in the parliament. You know, guys, ever since the election, I realized that every Tuesday you can expect something from the PNP, something that is not elevating Jamaica, something that is putting down Jamaica. And we see it every Tuesday. Look at what Mark Golding did last Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, the man come into the parliament to put on a gimmick show like he did the same thing he did with the Naira bill. He wanted us to do it with the bill drawdown from the NHD. He started off, he knows he wasn't going to vote for the bill, but yet still he says he wants to put in amendments. What is that for? What is that for? It's a gimmick show. This man don't care about Jamaica, guys. He does not. And then if he doesn't have it his way, he pick up his file and he walk out the parliament. This is what the PNP is all about, guys. It's a gimmick show. And I just wanted to say that before you close, Neighbour. Thank you.
Okay. No, guys, let me tell you something. I was not even aware of any issue with anyone.
What happened is that the day when you and I went on JLP Sweet Vibes, right? You remember the day I called you and said, let's go over there, because I've been saying, let's go to other people's lives.
Yes,
and,
you have been wanting me to do that.
Participate in other conversations and support other lives as well.
Yes.
Right? And we went to JLP Sweet Vibes and we were there. I think Joshua was there as well. Right? And the lady asked you if she could ask you a question, and you told her to ask the guest if it's okay, because
the host.
Right, to ask the host if it's okay to ask you a question. Reason because we did not want anyone to think we are taking over their lives, right? And I know that you did not mean anything, by it. You were just being respectful of the platform you were on.
Yes.
So, I'm quite taken aback that she was so offended by it, to the point where she's actually on other platforms saying that, you were rude to her, and on top of it, you are having issues with her because you were not a part of the Bloggers Award, and for those reasons, you're carrying a malice. No, I've never heard anything so absurd.
Me carrying malice to be to be part of the award? Oh my God! Oh, that's laughable, really. Yeah, laughable. Well, Miss, please, you want something to talk about? I can give you. Don't challenge me here. Just be careful. Remember, Harry, were you there for a whole night?
I've been around, Neighbour.
Lord God, remember, Harry. Remember. What is happening? What is happening here?
No, my Neighbour, I've been using some time to catch up on some well-needed rest.
Oh yes.
Sorting out some other stuff as well, because I have a big day tomorrow also. But I see tonight was festive, was very interesting,
Talk your mind Thursday. Can't repeat it. Big show. Yeah.
Well, it seems like people talking more than just my neighbor.
Yeah. You know, Harry, I tell you the truth. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I tell you, damn if you do, because if you seek to make peace, people put contention and confusion towards. And if you go into confusion, they say you're causing problem. What are you to do?
Just, neighbor, doing the right thing is never easy. It is also not always rewarding in the immediate, and it's also not the most popular thing.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
No, look at this. No, Chef came here tonight. Chef is obviously going very far, very deep. You don't think I have a responsibility to act responsibly and cautiously and caution him and protect the platform, Harry?
Of course, neighbor. You said the thing about it, and you've probably been hearing me saying it for quite a while in terms of people's perspective, that we're entering in a period where belief is trumping facts, and nobody doesn't seem as if they're in alignment with a chain of thought. Question is going against it. When have we become that set of people? Aren't we critical thinkers?
Over there too.
If something is expressed, you want to also unearth, further information. You also want to ensure that you edge on the area of caution.
Of caution, because people's names are being called. You see,
exactly.
People's reputation are at stake. You think that and guess what? The man himself don't have a problem with it, and people have a problem with it. Like, I'm trying to shut down the man. What type of absurdity is this?
Neighbor, that's why I said if anybody believe something, all when are not true, neighbor. All when, especially when are not true. If they believe something, the facts don't matter. The right thing doesn't matter anymore. Even if you're on the same side of the fence, you know. Because you see this feeling thing, it's going to cause a disruption in the space. It is also going to cause a level of division with people who may have been the closest of people or assume they were the closest. Because I don't get the idea on some things. You have a right to protect the platform that we've built.
Yes.
Because all it takes is a change in words. It's not like, and we're not saying what Chev is saying.
Suppose to see the messages. Suppose to see the amount of messages I got, sir. And suppose you know the amount of behind the scene work that I've had to do since I've sat here, since all of that came out. Come on.
Neighbor, I'll say, let those who have their chain of thoughts have it. You know, we will never attempt to curtail or try to let people think a specific way. If they agree with our model, if they agree with how we operate, that's up to them. We say what we say, we do what we do. We're only held accountable by those things. And what they want to believe, neighbor, and what they want to think, that is the onus is on them. So they can say whatever they want. It is their own.
But why do they listen?
Never people listen for more than one reason. I can tell you, some people was listening for probably what happened, you know, to see the what they would say a combat. Other people listen for the information. Others will listen because then it's an interesting debate, or what they would call a debate rather than a discussion. And some people just hate listen. So just like we have hate watchers, people hate listen. And we've come a lot in terms of how far away with the hate watchers, because when we have certain nights here and we see the PNB persons coming over on the For You page, they're hate listening. Some is listening for proper information, and some like the dialogue. So it's a myriad of things, neighbor. That doesn't stop the production from the team. Doesn't stop the show moving forward. You know, we've ride out storms before, and we'll continue to ride out any other storm that comes our way. It is what it is.
Boy, I tell you, Harry. I tell you, sometimes I feel as if, what the hell am I doing up here? What the hell?
People too fickle.
Eh?
People starved. People emotional right now. And they lack a level of reasoning. It doesn't matter who you are, right? And anybody can, even right now, I'm not hearing on the era of caution, because I know anybody can take anything I'm saying and personalize it to themselves. Well, Joe McCann, I call no phone. Who the cap fit, let them wear it, right? People overall, neighbor, are emotional beings higher than ever before. People never, you know, said people will probably over there say them in competition with Politics Plus Network, and you don't know.
Oh,
You know, people over there hate Caroline or anybody on the program, and we probably never ever know who this person is. It is just the nature and the order of the day. We just continue to press forward. We continue to do what we do, all right, and we continue to make this contribution to our country. Nothing else matters, you know. Because the truth is, nobody who are talking about cannot pinpoint and say they've done more than anybody else, right? Because to each his own, everybody's contributing to where the country is. These conversations are conversations.
Well, listen to this, Harry. Listen to this.
Over there, sorry, Uncle Jack. Go ahead, Uncle Jack.
I was over there listening to, that's why I was there listening to Official Chef. I'm glad you heard your coffee.
Yeah, I was there. Official Chef at showing some things. I like him to try to counteract Chef. Like Chef, I know what I say. And I was going to call him, you know, I was going to call Chef and things if they come off at the same time, because I was at laundry. Same time I was going to pick me up, so I just come off. I was going to call Chef and tell him, so get off of that line. I want them to try to counteract Chef, like Chef and all the Chef attacks.
I wonder.
What an absurd. No, somebody comes here and is speaking, and they must go unchallenged. That's what the lady is saying. Don't say nothing. Just allow anything to come off. So how was I counteracting the man? You know what counteracting means? What counteracting?
That is that. You see, there's two things that was at play there. You know, how them feel about the discussion. That's one, and two. You see, after they have that emotional aspect of things, they would have had a belief in an individual or belief about an individual prior to, and anything that may not be in total alignment with that belief is seen as obstruction, is seen as against. Neighbor, proper conversations, and I think we were changing the culture of this, you know, where you can have proper conversations and so on. But it seems like people just revert to the standard behavior that they've grown to exercise.
Yeah, we don't run a program like this.
No, Neighbour, I must say too that we should recognize too the fact that Chev was actually telling us stuff that were some really deep stuff, right? And you see, it's easy for people to criticize and to say things, but they do not open their cameras. People are not recognizing that your camera is open.
Yeah.
Right? You should be concerned about your safety as well when those kind of conversations are held.
Yes.
Because I'm sitting over here listening, and at some point I kind of felt a little uncomfortable because we understand how some things can happen in Jamaica.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And I think I have a duty, editorial duty, a duty to be fair and to be cautious. I don't see how that is a counteraction of anything, man. Anyway, Rap, Member Harry.
Neighbor, we just keep doing what we need to do. The platform is open to every and anybody. Nothing has changed. What I will advise persons, right, is if you have a beef and you want to squash it, we have to first know what that beef is, because you can't be beefing with somebody who don't have a clue, right? And funny enough, neighbor, these are things that reduce the life expectancy of people, because you have up things and it shortens your life. You bring up unhealthy things, neighbor, and it contributes to it. But the truth is, what I realize, people don't understand conflict resolution anymore. I'm somebody who is, I want to say, confrontational, neighbor. So if anybody have anything with me, reach out to me. We can flesh it out. We can reason, I'm assuming, reason like adults. I would give everybody that level of respect to say a dialogue can be had. But my thing is this passive-aggressive nature, which is cunning from people. If something happen and you believe one thing, let's get the facts. Reach out. Have a dialogue. Discussion. Something. Don't run with what you think. What you think can be totally false.
So,
and then
sorry about that,
when
member.
you spew up all of that, it makes everybody else look bad. We're adults here. We're not like a picnic neighbor with a teenager we don't know for regulate and have discussions. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Let me close out YouTube and get back to you, Member Harry. Shefreen, YouTube, it's 11 o'clock. Take care of yourselves and catch you on the other side of Friday. Why I tell you the truth. Pray for us and keep supporting us, because we are telling you the truth. It's a very difficult space to navigate, and even when you now look trouble find you. Take care of yourselves. You're here, and catch you tomorrow.